Good evening, welcome to ORP TV. I'm Craig Stagner coming to you from the JK Auto Repair studio. JK Auto Repair is of course a full service car care provider at 2301 Selmore Road in Ozarks, Missouri. Make sure you go over and see him and tell Zach and Lance that you heard about him here on ORP TV. This is the All Parts Auto Salvage Weekend Race Report. All Parts Auto Salvage with 2 locations in Springfield to serve you. 2600 North Benton for the salvage yard, 425 East Kearney is the parts store. They sell Schaefer Racing motor oil as well as rent U-Haul parts there. And you can pick up an All Parts Matter shirt, just $5. Great stocking stuffer with any purchase. Well, I don't know if you saw, but there was some news coming from Springfield Raceway this weekend. The Turkey Bowl. We're going to dig deep into this, the Turkey Bowl. This is what we've been doing all day long, digging into this. Originally scheduled for last weekend, the race was called and pushed back to this weekend because of weather. Turned out a perfect decision because the weather was fantastic last night. 175 cars on Friday night and close to 250 last night. I'd say that's a huge success for all the fans that made it out as well as the ones who watched it on SpringfieldRaceway.tv. This was the event here. That's the good-looking trophy that they were giving out that everybody was racing so hard for, the Casey's Red Turkey Trophy. A big prize to have, certainly look good on anybody's mantle and trophy case. Look at here, we're going to go through the results and then we're going to get back into this here. The USRA B Mod class had over 60 cars in it. Look there at your winner. In your top 5, your winner last night, Ryan Gilmore, followed by Chris Jackson and then Brandon Bollinger. In the IMCA A-Mod, Stephen Bowers Jr. takes the win in a 60-car field to start the race. Darren Fuqua was second, with Ethan Braxma third. Over in the Midwest Mod A-Class, Jared McIntyre with the win. Stephen Bowers Jr. takes second in that one, so a first and a second last night for Stephen Bowers, and Elijah Keepers third. In the Legends class, Dave Comer takes the win, followed by Drew Papke and Trenton Simon. There's a look at him. The mini late models was Scott Bush, followed by Jackson Ertl and Mickey Ivey. In the late model class, Logan Martin takes the win, come from back in the pack with the win. Apparently, really a tough race there for him. He passes by some of the top racers in that class, including Caden Cornell, Cole Wells. You see Travis Denning, Scott Krigler. I know that Jesse Stovall was in that. A big class. Well, here's what everybody's talking about. The finish of the USRA B Mod. This right here, number 65, is Chris Jackson. Number 66 is Ryan Gilmore. This, from what I understand, and I'll get into this, is apparently the finish line is right at this pole, somewhere within that about 10-inch pole there. This is one of the the pictures you may have seen circulating quite a bit. Now, granted, this one is also not the best angle. I'm going to show you, this is a video that we were sent from the official feed, and I'm going to let you look at this here, and you tell me. This is a look, of course, Chris Jackson, Ryan Gilmore coming in hot.
Here we go. What about this race? Out of the white flag. One more lap to go.
Gilmore goes to the bottom.
Jackson.
Gilmore clearly in the lead right here.
Here we go. Side by side. This is what I love right here. Who's it going to be? I think about turn number 4.
Gilmore.
Oh!
Man, I would not want to put money on that one. I don't know who won that, but it was doggone close. We've looked at pictures. Even this one isn't a straight-on view. As you can see, the finish line is going to be somewhere at an angle like that, kind of showing up there in the light. Not real sure. I know I wouldn't want to put money on it as to who won. We took a poll on our page. We had people commenting, and it was about 66% thought that Chris Jackson won. About 33% said Ryan Gilmore. I reached out to Springfield Raceway, Jerry Hoffman, Ryan Gilmore, and Chris Jackson. And thrilled to tell you that I got to speak with all of them today. First person that reached out to me was Jerry Hoffman. Said that there are 3 scores at this track. They are somewhere up here in the tower, somewhere up close to back into here. 3 scores and a race director. They're scoring it by their eyes. That from the Scores Tower table. They said that this is one of the toughest tracks to judge because of how tight the racing is. They had other close races there too. Jerry said the video has to speak for himself. It was unanimous. All 4 of the scores had it Ryan Gilmore. That's what you pay your scores to do. And when all 4 of them come to the same conclusion, I'm not sure what else you can do on that. I spoke with Ronnie Williams just prior to coming on. He echoed the same things, that they had fantastic racing. He's thrilled that this track is being known for having some of the closest, toughest racing there is. Of course, one of the things that got brought up was Ryan Gilmore running a Jerry Hoffman car. Well, Ryan Gilmore, when I spoke with him earlier today, made it clear that not only did he feel like he did not get favoritism, as a matter of fact, on Friday night, he got docked 2 spots on an infraction, knocked out of the feature for the show on Saturday, had to race his way back in. He said, now, if that's favoritism, I don't want that kind of favoritism. I felt really bad for Ryan talking to him because he really wanted to be excited about this win, but said he was having to kind of stay off of Facebook because of all the negativity. I really feel for Ryan. He's a good guy. I like him, and I like Chris Jackson a lot. I don't have a dog in this fight. That's not my job anyway. My job is to bring you the photos, the videos, the results, and let you make your own decisions. Did speak, like I said, to speak with Ryan. He said that he was happy that it went the way it did. He hated it for all the negativity, and he hated it for Chris that it was so close. He felt like that he drove the race of his life, and of course that people would say, you know, that he was getting some favoritism, but he just didn't see it that way and felt that if it had been reversed at another track, that maybe they'd have said the same things for another driver. So, all that being said, and then I spoke with Chris Jackson's camp just a little while ago. They were just, you know, upset. You lose one that close, and it's going to be heartbreaking. Speaking with Ronnie Williams and Jerry Hoffman, they do know that they can do better. Not that they did wrong. They stand by the decision they made, and that's what you got to respect. They didn't wishy-washy about it. They said that's a winner. That's what they went with. They both agreed that there is some potential for either transponders or video. Transponders has a lot of cost that'll have to be passed on somewhere. So whatever they do for next year, it's going to be exciting. I think that this brought the attention that sometimes this was kind of their Super Bowl moment. And as you can see, it was back and forth. I don't know anybody out there not seeing it with their heart, but watching it with their eyes, who would want to put down some of that folded money on it as to who won. I know who the winner was, and that was the fans, because they saw one hell of a race. So congratulations to both Ryan Gilmore, who went from last to first and back to second and first, back and forth, and to Chris Jackson. All of them, both of them, had a fantastic race from 2 different tracks. Man, that's as good as it gets. Congratulations to all of them, and I know the fans had a great time. So much for that, right? MidSouth Arenacross was in action last night. They were at Sulphur Springs, Texas. This event was a big hit. Great facility there, and I was glad to see that went well. We have all the results. So many classes. We have the results posted. You can look for this logo. Their next event is December 12th at Texarkana, Arkansas. Bonterre Drag Strip also was racing yesterday. They didn't have their results posted just yet. We'll get those posted in the coming days when they post those. Now, CJ Kilkenny, one of our buddies who's a drag racer from up around the mid-state area, was in Brainerd. This was Ringgold, Georgia. Went all the way there to the Brainerd Motorsports Park. Took 2 cars to the finals. Made 2 trips to the finals in the junior dragsters, both runner-up. He wanted to get that win, but my gosh, 2 second-place finishes out there at that race. Congratulations to CJ. He is the tallest one here. Looks like the center on the basketball team amongst all these other kids. It's hard to believe that him and this fella both fit in the same size car. But CJ Kilkenny with a pair of runner-up finishes. Congratulations to him. Got some news about historic Bolivar Speedway earlier today. We talked to them. There's some, we'll breach this subject more in depth in the coming days, but the Missouri Stock Car Racing Association, right here, Missouri Stock Car Racing Association, will now be the official promoter for historic Bolivar Speedway. This is a statement released by Vicky and Jim Benner. Jim and I would like to welcome Missouri Stock Car Racing Association as promoters for the historic Bolivar Speedway. The business plan that they propose should bring exciting and be very welcome improvement to their weekly racing. So excited to see how that goes for historic Bolivar Speedway. A great track there. Look forward to seeing their continued success. This has taken over big time on the pages. We've seen this. Ozarks International Raceway. Well, if you haven't heard about it, you're not alone. This was news to me. But this is the new race course that's going to be going in. This course is just shy of 4 miles long. It's 3.98 miles long. It has, I believe, 19 turns and 5 different racing configurations that they can go with. So there's some different places where you can shorten the track. This is they've got some interesting things there. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be big time for some road course racing, bringing it here to the Midwest. This was interesting. Indoor pits. Yes, this used to be a turkey barn. Kind of ties in earlier with the Springfield Raceway Turkey Trophy, but this is a old turkey barn. They're converting to indoor pits. It will hold, I believe it said 50-something cars, 56 cars, something like that, that they can put in there. So nice, dry, weather-proofed place to fix your car during the race day. So that'll be really exciting. This is where it is. Springfield's on down here. Here's Wheatland. So it's going to be on up north of Camdenton and Max Creek, Osage Beach, Lake of the Ozarks. So you've got Lake of the Ozarks Speedway up in there. Gravois Mills up north of there. Couple hours north. This ought to be bringing in some big cars from St. Louis, Kansas City, maybe over from Tulsa. Chicago may come down. I see this being a huge hit. They've gone up over 18,000 likes in a couple of days, I think, on their page. So we're going to be watching this close. That looks like a lot of fun. Some more interesting news coming from Dirt Track. The 35th annual Lucas Oil Chili Bowl at Tulsa, January 11th through 16th. Well, that's always a big, exciting race, but it just got a little bit better with the announcement that birthday boy from yesterday, I believe it was yesterday was his birthday, the newest NASCAR champion, Chase Elliott, says he's going to be there. And he ain't just going to be there, he's going to be driving this baby. From Chase Elliott's Twitter account, I'm going to try my best to play in the dirt at the CBE Nationals. That's the Chili Bowl Nationals. Should be fun. So Chase Elliott, fresh off of a NASCAR championship, is going to be at the Chili Bowl in Tulsa, Oklahoma, January 11th through 16th. That'll be a lot of fun seeing him there. Hopefully, who else isn't already thinking this? You think maybe Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott can line up next to each other and we can see a little bit of what the future might be for NASCAR? I know I hope so. A little bit of late breaking news that we had. We talked about last week. Gavin McCoy, this young fella right here, we'll get everybody's picture there in it. He won a first place plate last week in the Mini E class. That's the electric motorcycle class in the 4 to 8 age division in the motocross division at the Mini O's. We talked about this last week in the fall. There's a spring with Loretta Lynn's. In the fall, it's the Mini O's. It's the biggest thing for the motocrossers, the amateurs. Well, he won the motocross division earlier or last week. Well, he come back and won this one. So a pair of first place national plates for Clever, Missouri's Gavin McCoy. That family is super excited, and I've been in talks with Mom and Dad. I think that maybe when they get back, we're going to have Gavin over in studio at some point and to be able to talk with this young man. And I'm going to get him to autograph everything I've got in here because this kid's probably going to be a superstar someday, and I want to make sure that I've got some autographs of his. I want to tell you again real quick that you got just a few days left to donate to the ORP TV drive for Toys for Tots. Friday will be the last day we'll be taking donations for this. We'll be turning in that check for the Toys for Tots. With some of the donations we've had, our partner in this, Rochelle Summers, who's been working with Toys for Tots for 25 years, made a big donation. My granddaughter, Mia Racer, made a big donation. Jody Spanik made a great donation to us. A lot of donations. We're up over $500. I would love to see that get up closer to $1,000. Whether you have $1, $5, $20, or $100, reach out to us on PayPal, orptvmedia@gmail, and on Venmo, it's @Craig_Stagner. I want to thank you so much. We had a lot of people sharing our page with all the news about the Turkey Bowl. I hope that you'll like our page too and keep spreading the news. We know that we don't get the most in-depth of any one of these racing. There's a whole lot of people that know a whole lot more about the nuts and bolts of this, but we hope that we're giving you the best overall picture of what's happening in dirt track, motocross, drag strip, go-karts, BMX, everything. It's all in one place right here on ORP TV. If it's racing, it's on ORP TV. We thank you so very much. We look forward to seeing you back here on Wednesday for the All Parts Auto Salvage Midweek Report. Until then, I'm Craig Stagner. We'll see you on Wednesday.